So we're doing another episode of My Friend Irma. Which episode is this, Carol?
This is the episode where Irma lends money to Al. And it's called Irma Gives Rent Money to Al from April 18th, 1947.
I mean, that just has trouble written all over it, don't you think? I mean, it doesn't sound like it's going to end well.
Especially when Irma doesn't know she's giving money to Al.
Aha.
Al.
All right. So, Carol, you're Irma as always.
Yep.
Pam, you're Jane as always.
Oh, yeah.
Yes? Yeah. I don't know. Unless I'm really confused. I know my brain is going, but I think I still got that. Char's Mrs. O'Malley.
Mrs. O'Reilly.
O'Reilly. See, I knew it. Yeah. All right.
Well, morning. We better get on focus.
I need more coffee. Zach is Al.
Hey.
Yeah. You say something. Say something like, what's the nickname? Apple.
We're hey, chicken. We're gonna go put some money on this boxer.
Yes. That's the Al we've come to know
and love.
What is
that character from Family Guy? What does he say?
Family Guy.
That's who he sounds
like.
Quagmire?
Quagmire.
All right.
So Zach is channeling Quagmire for his interpretation of Al, along with other influences.
What did he say, like jiggity jiggity or something like that?
Giggity.
We'll have to do an episode of Family Guy. I don't know.
Right.
Well, no, I just said there's no professor, so I'll do Richard.
Okay. Richard Rhinelander.
Yes.
The Collywobbles Broadcasting System and Cavalier Cigarettes presents My Friend Irma.
Friendship is a thing that's been around all through the ages, like measles. Measles you can get rid of, but not my friend Irma. You know something? I never want to get rid of Irma because I sincerely love that girl. But I'm going to continue to live with her through thick and thin, although at times it's trying. Now take, for example, when I was trying to straighten out our finances and fix up a budget for us. Now listen, Irma, my boss, Richard Rhinelander, is coming over later to take me out. So let's get together the rent money to pay Mrs. O'Reilly, the landlady, huh? Now, what have we got?
Jane, why must we take all our money and give it to Mrs. O'Reilly?
Well, because she's our landlady and she happens to own the building.
Well, if she already owns the building, what does she need our money for?
Well, any way you look at it, we have to give her the money. Now, look, honey, if she comes up and I happen to be busy dressing, you pay her the $50 and be sure to get a receipt. Do you think you can handle that?
Certainly, Jane. What do you think I am? Dumb?
Irma, I'm kind of sorry you asked me that.
Why?
I might have to answer it.
Hello? Oh, hi. Yes? Yes, I'll ask her. It's Al. He has a new fighter he's promoting called Tiger McGurk and needs some capital to enter him in the Elks Club preliminaries tonight. He wants to know if we want to back him and jump on the bandwagon.
Tell him no thanks. We'll hitchhike and stay on it.
She says no thanks, Al. We'll stay honest. Yes. Okay. Call me. Bye.
Irma, sweetie, I'm going to run down to the drugstore to buy some of that special perfume that Richard likes, And now, if Mrs. O'Reilly comes up while I'm gone, here's the $50 rent money for her. And you be sure to get a receipt. Think you can handle it?
Certainly, Jane. Jane?
Yes?
Why don't we give Al the money for the tiger? He looks like a sure thing to me.
Oh, honey, we just made out a budget which leaves no surplus for the stray fighters that Al manages.
Yes, but gee, what if he turns out to be another John L. Dempsey?
Irma, are you really dumb or are you just acting stupid?
I've got you over a barrel, haven't I? Al, honey, Oh, I'm awfully sorry. I really did my best.
I know, Chicken. But Irma, I don't really care about the money for myself. It was you I was thinking about.
Gee, Al, you're so sweet.
You see, I figured that if Tiger could win a couple fights, it might be possible for you and I to walk down that middle aisle.
Together?
If you want it that way. But, Chicken, since we couldn't persuade Jane to give me the money, I can't enter the Tiger in the fight tonight, so I guess we'll have to postpone our marriage for about 10 years.
Gee, Al, I wish I had some extra money.
Irma, that's just one of life's funny twists. Here you are giving $50 to a dame who's got a house and don't need the dough, and yet $50 would make all of our dreams come true.
Al, I have an idea. If I took the $50 Jane gave me for Mrs. O'Reilly, and if he's such a cinch to win, you can return it right after the fight. I'd pay our rent, and Jane won't have to know a thing about it.
Did you take care of the rent money?
Yes, Jane, I took care of it. Excuse me. All right, Jane?
What's the matter with you, Irma? What are you so nervous about?
Oh, I'm not nervous. I just wish Al would telephone and tell me if the Tiger won.
Who cares if he wins or loses? We didn't invest any money in him.
Well, I feel almost as if we had.
You wanted to, didn't you? But I wouldn't let you. Imagine, Al. Imagine him trying to line up a sucker to back that broken down old fighter. Isn't that silly?
Yes. Ha 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 ha.
Come in. Hello, Richard.
Oh, hello, Jane. Irma, nice seeing you.
Won't you sit down, Richard?
Oh, thank you, Jane. Well, now, what have you girls been doing with yourselves?
Oh, well, I just finished putting Irma and me on a budget.
Splendid, splendid. I think being on a budget is a smart, economical move. I admire you, Jane, for having such a well-developed sense of financial responsibility. Few girls have.
Thank you, Richard. Well, it's getting late, isn't it? I think I'll get my hat. Then we'll be off, Richard.
Oh, fine, fine, Jane. Well, Irma, you seem to be a bit preoccupied tonight.
Well, I'm worried about Al and Tiger McGurk. Al should have phoned by now.
Al?
Yes, you remember Al, my boyfriend? Well, he's managing a fighter, and there's a fight tonight, and, well, a lot depends on it.
Well, I must say, that Al of yours is a very enterprise.
Yeah, and can you imagine, Richard? He tried to get Irma and me to back him, but I refused. I said we'd made a budget and we'd stick to it. Well, come on, Richard. We don't want to be late for the movie. Irma, honey, why don't you come with us?
No, thanks, Jane. I have to wait here for Al so he can tell me how the Tiger makes out.
Oh, forget the Tiger. You act like you have money on him.
Yeah, don't I?
Come on, sweetie. Come to the movie with Richard and myself. You'll like the picture. It's The Guilt of Janet Ames.
Thanks, Jane. I'll stay here with The Guilt of Irma Peterson.
Goodbye, Irma.
Goodbye, honey. I'm sorry you're not coming with us. We'll see you later.
Gee, I'm so nervous. I hope Al comes back before Mrs. O'Reilly comes for the rent. Come in, Al. Oh, it's you, Mrs. O'Reilly. Well, what can I do for you?
The rent is due.
Oh, is it rent day already? Why, it seems like only yesterday that we paid you for last month.
It was yesterday, Jerry. You were 30 days late. And now if I can have me $50, I'll be going.
Well, now, don't be in such a hurry, Mrs. O'Reilly. Come in and we'll chat a little.
Well, if you don't mind if I do. I got me sort of a soft spot in my heart for you two girls.
What's new, Mrs. O'Reilly?
Well, Mrs. O'Malley had twins last night and her husband. Oh, no, just a minute there. You're getting me off the subject.
Oh, I wouldn't think of doing that. Were they happy having twins?
No, they have too many mouths to feed as it is.
Oh, really, Mrs. O'Reilly? How many children do they have?
Oh, let me see now. There's Timothy, Patrick, Terence, and Dennis.
Care for some tea?
Yes, thank you. Robert, Thomas, Michael, and little Danny. Then there's Joseph, Stevie, Kevin, and Philip.
They have quite a large family.
And then there's the girls. There's Mary and Maggie and Kathy. Those are the twins. They were all born under the sign of Capricorn.
Oh, what's the sign of Capricorn mean?
Oh, that's the horn of plenty. Well, if you'll just give me the rent, I'll be on me way.
Well, Mrs. O'Reilly, there's something on my unconscious that I must get off. I gave the rent money to my boyfriend Al to bet on the Tiger, a prize fighter.
No, did you now?
So could you please wait until after the fight for your money?
Oh, no, wait a minute. Why should I be waiting for me money when there's a wallet chock full of money lying right there on the table there?
What? Money? Oh, gee, gosh. Mr. Rhinelander must have forgotten it.
Well, now, isn't that convenient? Now, let me see. He has here, let's see, 10, 20, $150. Now, if you'll just allow me to take $50 out of the wallet, we'll call the rent settled.
Oh, stop, Mrs. O'Reilly. The money doesn't belong to me.
Well, come now, dear. You're only letting me borrow the money until after the fight.
But that's stealing.
Well, not if you put it back. Now, don't worry. Just say to yourself, I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
You just keep saying that, and thanks for the rent. Goodbye, dearie.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Oh, but I am a criminal because it wasn't my money. Gee, I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
Hi, Irma.
Jane, I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Irma, what are you mumbling about?
Oh, nothing. Hello, Jane and Richard. What are you doing back here?
Well, Irma, the funniest thing happened. When I went up to the box office to pay for the tickets, I found that I didn't have
any money?
How did you know?
Well, Al always pulls that one on me.
Irma, darling, what Richard means is that he might have left his wallet here in the apartment. Did you happen to see it?
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Irma, if you should come across it, honey, let me describe it to you. It was a brown pigskin wallet with the name Richard Rhinelander on it. RICHARD
Oh, you don't have to spell in front of me. I'm old enough to understand things now. Oh, come in.
Hi, folks. Hello there, chicken.
Oh, Al, how was the fight? Did the Tiger win?
No, chicken. But you'd have been proud of him. He established a new world's record. 3.5 seconds in the first round.
You mean he was knocked out in 3.5 seconds?
No, he was back in the shower.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
You're sorry?
Getting back to our little discussion, Irma, I'd like to find out what happened.
Well, Al, I'll be with you in a minute, Jane. I want to see Al in private first. Would you excuse me? Come on, Al.
What's up, chicken?
Well, Al, after I gave you the money, Richard left his wallet here, and I took $50 from it to replace the rent money that I gave you to bet on the Tiger. So Jane and Richard are back looking for his wallet, and I have it here, and I have to give it to him, and they'll find the money missing. Oh, Al, I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
Oh, honey, you're not a criminal.
No, I tried saying that. It doesn't work.
Look, honey, if that's all you're worried about, forget it. Your Al will always take care of his little Irma. Here's the $50 to put back in the wallet. And here's 10 more for your share of the winning.
But Al, where'd you get the money? The Tiger lost.
What do you think I bet on him to win? I bet against the bum.
Gee, Al, you're a genius. Mr. Rhinelander, did your wallet have a zipper on it?
Yes.
Then this one must be yours. Here it is.
Why, yes, that's mine, Irma. But where did...
Irma, why didn't you give it to him before?
You didn't say anything about a zipper, and you have to be plenty careful these days.
Why, that's odd.
What's the matter, Richard?
Well, Jane, I had $150 in my wallet, and now I have $160. Where did that extra $10 bill come from?
Don't you get interest on all your loans?
When we got home that night and were drinking our chocolate before going to bed, I said, Irma, what about Richard's wallet? And Irma said,
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Well, that's my friend Irma.
Friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, theirs will still be hot. My friend Irma.
This concludes another episode of My Friend Irma, brought to you by Cavalier Cigarettes and the Collywobbles Broadcasting System.
Yay.
Hooray!
Yay.
Another one in the can.
Carol, my favorite part is when Shar, as Mrs. O'Reilly, tells you to say, "I'm not a criminal," and you repeat it back in her Irish
I
brogue.
know. That's,
Yeah.
I like that.
And then my other favorite part is when Al says, "Honey, you're not a criminal," and Irma says, "No, I tried saying that. It doesn't work."
Yeah.
But did you try saying it in Irish brogue? Oh, wait.
Well, see, maybe that's what you need to do.
Well, you're not a criminal.
I like it when Mrs. O'Reilly is like naming off all the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's good too. Well, Mr. Little Susie, and
They're multiplying faster than Catholic rabbits.
And the fact that the rent is $50.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Whoa, yeah,
$50.
That's a cute little script. It's nice and short and cute.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Hooray!
Whee!